Baby, when you have that revelation about yourself and the reflection of which you have been exhibiting to yourself, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the frequency and the energy of competition, the frequency and the energy of envy, the energy and the frequency of greed, right? I've been sitting with energies like I'll think about a person, and when I think about them in my expression, I feel an energy of uncomfortability, anxiety, like I don't know, it just moves my spirit. And for the longest, I've been trying to figure out what that is with certain people and certain sentiments in my life. Yes, some of it may stem from unresolved issues and feelings and experiences that you may not have addressed. I know for me that I definitely have not addressed. But then in other spaces, what I've been noticing is a underlying energy of competition. People that I have attracted to myself, and it looks very different. Some people, it is minor. And I don't even want to say minor, but it's more hidden. And in other people, it is louder. It is something that cannot be helped. They wear it. Competition of my success. And then I ask myself, or my blessings, competitions and my blessings as well. And I ask myself, or competition of knowledge. That is also what I'm hearing. And I ask myself, what is this? Like, what is this revolving, underlining energy? And what I hear Gal saying is, you have to start creating firm boundaries. You have to be firm in your boundaries, and you cannot be afraid. Do not be passive about your boundaries. Be poetic. Be courageous. And let people know when you feel violated. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with letting people know when you feel violated. Of course, you give grace and you extend compassion. However, disrespect shall not be tolerated. And in some instances, you have to be mindful of what trauma you have to which you've been triggered. So there's a balance between both. Pray about it. Sit with it. But it's time to get the snakes out of the grass. It's time to get the wolves in sheep's clothing out of the pack. And for some people, right, when you're extending that grace and compassion, for some people, it's so subconscious that they're not even aware of it. But I think the most important lesson in this moment is asking yourself, why have I been attracting people like that? Why have I been attracting people who are envious of me? Why have I been attracting people who are in competition of me? It's been in my relationships. It was in my marriage. It has been in my friendships. It has even been in my parental dynamic. So maybe this is something that me personally, I can only speak for myself, that I have grown into and learned. To be honest with you, I think in certain situations and circumstances, I've been in competition with other people, watching them grow in success and it being, and I have to catch myself and tell myself, hey, we happiness. Like, although on the surface level, it's like, oh, yeah, you winning, you happy. But deep down inside, and it's not an energy of like, oh, I hate you and I don't want to see you happy, but you get bothered. You're bothered. And I'm okay with admitting that. And I'm okay with saying that I'm actively working on it. I'm okay with saying, hey, girl, that seemed like a little hater in your energy, in your blood, right? Because at the end of the day, for me, and I'm sure for you if you're catching this message as well, because you wouldn't have clicked on this if this wasn't for you. You want to attract people in your life that you don't have to second guess their motives. You want to attract people in your life that you know got you, that you know are happy genuinely for your win. So how does that start? That starts with you. We talk about that all the time. That starts with you. Sometimes you'll have people be so close to you and not be happy. I had people in my wedding. Red eye energy. Not quite evil eye. Red eye energy. I want to sit next to you. I want to be next to you. I want to bask in the blessing with you. But deep down inside, I'm bothered by your success. Deep down inside, I'm bothered by your blessings. Deep down inside, I'm bothered by your winnings. But again, you have to ask yourself, where does this stem from within you? Because you are a reflection of what you experience. And it may not even be literal. Maybe you don't walk around that way, but it's somewhere in you, whether that was something you experienced as a child, whether that was the environment that you grew up in, or whether that is a part of you in this moment that you need to relinquish and let go. Everybody has their own journey. Nobody's stealing your blessings. Nobody is stealing your blessings. That's for everybody. Nobody is stealing your blessings. What's for you will not pass you by. What's for them is for them. And because we constantly live in a place of lack, we're always looking at what somebody else have as what you don't have. And this is for the people with the superior saviors complex. You the only one out of your group that can win, because everybody need to come to you. How narcissistic is that? So we're going to sit with it and we're going to work on it, because I'm working on it. And I ain't afraid to admit it that I'm working on it. I'm mindful of it. I'm not a snake in the grass. I ain't a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's not me. I am actively working on being happy for people. I am actively working on getting out of a frequency of lack. I am actively working on trusting God and understanding that my blessings will not pass me by. God is never late. God is never too early. God is always on time. Y'all already know. Sending y'all so much love and light. This is Ascension, the place of self and soul development. And sometimes it looks like we're going to have hard conversations. Send this to a person you know need to hear this. Leave a comment down below. I want y'all to leave comments down below saying, I am actively working on it. I am actively working on it. We actively working on it. We actively showing up each and every day, being the best versions of ourselves. And that looks like looking at our shadow self as well. That looks like honoring our shadow self as well. That looks like us working on it, not putting it behind us, acting like it doesn't exist. That's just what it is.